Hello friends, I am Arpit and I am here with the very important topic which is going on, that is protests in Nepal. We all know that the name of these protests is the Gen Z protests. Gen Z is the present day generation which technically has been born after 2000, means they are the youth. Now why they are protesting in Nepal? Actually, there are multiple reasons behind it, but the trigger point and the main reason which has been highlighted is that social media was banned by the government of Nepal. Why social media was banned by the government of Nepal? Because government of Nepal was very much worried about fake news and fake propaganda being circulated on social media, including hate speech. So the government of Nepal rolled out a policy or instructions for the social media giants to register themselves so that government of Nepal can regulate them better. Most of the social media giants did not register themselves, especially the American giants. On the other hand was TikTok, Chinese social media app, which was not banned because it registered itself. But on the other hand, the American social media apps like YouTube, or for that matter meta related apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, all were banned, including Twitter was banned. Now at once this was looking like a battleground between China and America, that is Nepal. Through social media, America has orchestrated or manufactured protests during the Arab Spring as well in the 2010s, and Arab Spring impacted the West Asia. But as the protests progressed, the Nepal government took back the ban which it imposed on social media. But the protests did not stop after that. Why? Because protesters were demanding end to corruption. Corruption which has been plaguing the Nepal government since very long. And that became the main reason for the protests of these Gen Zs. That is why I said that social media was a trigger point. Social media ban was a trigger point for the Gen Z, but they were already grappling with, or discontent was brewing among the Gen Z about inefficiency and corruption among the government. Now, to understand inefficiency and corruption among the government, it is very important to know the background of the political history of Nepal. Now in Nepal in 2015, constitution was adopted, a new constitution was adopted, and that constitution was adopted after lot of discussions. There were constitutional deadlocks also, means those positions from where constitution cannot be proceeded further. Monarchy was ended in 2008. After that, the constitution had to be adopted, and this was able to be adopted in 2015. Nepal became a secular republic, which was also a federal country. There were elections in 2017 after the adoption of the new constitution, and a new coalition government was formed. Now there are three major political parties in Nepal. वैसे Nepal is a multi-party democracy. These three political parties: Communist Party of Nepal, Maoist Centrist 1, Communist Party of Nepal, Unified Marxist Leninist the second, both of these are considered as communist parties, and Nepali Congress, the oldest party of Nepal. Now, from 2017 to 2021, the political situation in Nepal was, there was a coalition government established by the communist parties, Communist Party of Nepal Maoist Centrist and Communist Party of Nepal Unified Marxist Leninist. The leader of Communist Party of Nepal UML, KP Sharma Oli, became the Prime Minister of Nepal. Since it was a coalition government, there was a lot of pulls and pushes. And finally, in 2021, before completing its 5-year term, this coalition government got dissolved. The Supreme Court of Nepal called upon the Nepali Congress to form an interim government till the elections are conducted. This was 2021 to 2022. In 2022, elections were conducted, and what was the scenario? Then again a coalition government. But this time the coalition was between Communist Party of Nepal Maoist centrist, whose leader was Pushpa Kamal Dahal, he is also known as Prachand, and Nepali Congress. Now this was unusual because Nepali Congress and Communist Party of Nepal Maoist centrist, they are different ideologically. And CPN UML was in the opposition. Pushpa Kamal Dahal became the Prime Minister of Nepal. And this coalition continued, but not for too long. From 2022 till March 2024 only this coalition continued, and this coalition was disturbed, or it was dissolved in 2024 March, that is last year. Now from March 2024 to July 2024, only for 3 months, a new coalition was there in power. This was again the communist parties together again in power. Communist Party of Nepal Maoist centrist, Pushpa Kamal Dahal, Communist Party of Nepal UML, KP Sharma Oli, the leader, they came in power. The Prime Minister remained to be Pushpa Kamal Dahal, and Nepali Congress went in opposition. Now only 3 months, March 2024 to July 2024. This was the coalition. 3-4 months, whatever it was. From July 2024 onwards, there was a new coalition. This time, Nepali Congress formed a coalition with Communist Party of Nepal, Unified Marxist-Leninist, leader KP Sharma Oli, and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli. This was also unusual because this is considered as a far left party and this is a centrist party. And in the opposition, you can see, was Communist Party of Nepal Maoist centrist. Now such high level of political instability in Nepal. Why? Because inefficiency was already plaguing Nepal. Corruption was there. During COVID also there were protests for inappropriately handling the COVID situation, and that is why in 2021 the first democratically elected government after adopting the constitution was dissolved in 2021. Now after 2022 elections, again corruption, nepotism and inefficiencies in governance were the hallmarks, and this happened. Now the Gen Zs came out on the streets and they have been protesting, and they have proposed a name, that is Nepal Chief Justice, ex-Nepal Chief Justice, to be the interim leader till a new government is formed. Now we can also analyze one pattern: Sri Lanka 2022, Bangladesh 2024, and now Nepal 2025. What was common in all these 3 countries? It was political inefficiency, corruption. Second thing which was common was people coming out on streets and forcing their leaders to leave their countries, especially the youth. Now this calls for more participation by the youth in politics. And this is where the importance of a strong political authority lies. Thankfully in India, these kind of things have not happened because, the government's stand on various issues no doubt have been criticized, but the government has been a strong government in India. India, being the world's largest democracy, truly stands to be strong amidst falling governments in its neighborhood. We hope and we pray for early recovery of Nepal, and we also hope and pray that political stability is bestowed upon India in the times to come till eternity. This is it from my end. I will be meeting you for other videos and explaining you other concepts.